For thousands of years, spiritual seekers across cultures have known something modern humanity is only beginning to rediscover. The breath is not just air, it is intelligence in motion. 3,000 years ago, the ancient yogis of India were not merely stretching their bodies or calming their minds. They were studying the mechanics of reality itself. Through direct inner observation, they discovered that consciousness, energy, and breath are inseparable, and that whoever learns to guide the breath learns to guide life. One of the most influential texts ever written on this subject is the Yoga Sutras, traditionally attributed to Patanjali. This work does not describe yoga as exercise, but as a science of inner mastery. Within it appears a powerful concept known as siddhi, not superpowers in the modern fantasy sense, but advanced capacities that arise naturally when consciousness becomes coherent and energy flows without obstruction. The yogis taught that when practice reaches its highest refinement, the human system begins to operate beyond its usual limitations. Perception expands, awareness deepens, the relationship between intention and outcome shortens, reality becomes more responsive. But here is the part most seekers miss. The foundation of all of this, every expanded state, every elevated perception, every inner breakthrough rests on something remarkably simple: the breath. In yoga, the breath is called the Kurma Nadi. The word Kurma means tortoise, a creature that moves between land and water. The symbolism is precise. The breath is the bridge between the physical and the subtle, between the body and the unseen dimensions of awareness. In Yoga Sutra 3.32, it is written that by deep concentration on the breath, stability of mind and body is achieved. And once stability is achieved, the inner world becomes accessible. The ancient understanding was clear: master the breath and the mind follows. Master the mind and life reorganizes itself. This is not metaphor, it is mechanics. The 8 classical siddhis and what they really point to. The classical yogic texts describe 8 major siddhis. While they are often translated as supernatural powers, they are better understood as expressions of consciousness freed from density. They include anima, the ability to perceive the subtle, the microscopic, the unseen; mahima, expanded awareness that encompasses vast systems; laghima, lightness of being, freedom from inner gravity; garima, groundedness, unshakable presence; prapti, the removal of distance between intention and experience; prakamya, the ability to bring inner vision into form; ishitva, conscious participation in creation and dissolution; vashitva, mastery over the elements within and around the self. For seekers, these are not goals to chase, they are side effects of alignment, and alignment begins with breath. Why breath changes everything. If you observe yourself honestly, you will notice something immediately. Your breath is rarely balanced. At different times of day, one nostril tends to dominate. Sometimes the left is open while the right feels blocked. Other times the opposite occurs. This is not random. The yogis mapped this long ago. They taught that the human energy system contains tens of thousands of subtle channels called nadis. Among them, 3 are primary. Ida, the left channel associated with intuition, emotion, and creativity. Pingala, the right channel associated with logic, action, and focus. Sushumna, the central channel associated with unity and higher awareness. When Ida or Pingala dominates, consciousness operates in duality. One mode of perception overpowers the other. You may feel creative but unfocused, or productive but disconnected. When Sushumna activates, duality softens. The mind becomes coherent. Energy flows vertically rather than scattering outward. This is why many seekers notice something strange. They are more creative in the morning or evening, more analytical during the day. blocked when trying to force inspiration. The breath is already telling the story. The breath as a channel of energy. The yogic understanding goes deeper. The breath itself is not just air, it is a nadi, a living conduit of life force. Without breath, the physical body cannot exist. When the breath leaves, consciousness withdraws. Those who study reincarnation traditions understand this well. Consciousness moves through forms, and breath anchors it temporarily to matter. This is why ancient systems treated breath work as sacred. To work with breath is to work with the interface between worlds. The first shift. Every seeker must make how you breathe. Observe a sleeping adult. Their chest rises and falls. Observe a sleeping child. Their belly moves. Children breathe correctly. Adults unlearn it. As life introduces stress, protection, fear, and social conditioning, the body tightens. The abdomen hardens. Breathing becomes shallow. Energy stagnates. This is not just physical, it is existential. Shallow breath produces shallow perception. The correct way to breathe is diaphragmatic breathing. The inhale expands the belly, the exhale releases it. At first, this feels uncomfortable, vulnerable, almost wrong. That discomfort is a sign of relearning something ancient. When the diaphragm moves freely, stress decreases, thought slows, emotional reactivity softens, awareness deepens. Simply changing how you breathe begins changing how reality feels. Breath, frequency, and consciousness. Ancient yogis observed something modern science is now confirming. The slower and deeper the breath, the more coherent the nervous system becomes. The average person breathes 14 to 18 times per minute. Advanced practitioners reduce this dramatically, not by force, but by refinement. This natural slowing of breath is known as kumbhaka, not breath holding, but breath mastery. As breath slows, heart rate lowers, brain waves shift, perception widens. This is why calm people are rarely rushed, and rushed people are rarely calm. The breath sets the tempo of consciousness. Posture, the forgotten key. Breath alone is not enough. Posture matters. Modern life curves the spine. Screens pull the head forward. Energy collapses downward. The spine is not just bone, it is a conduit. When posture is upright and relaxed, energy flows freely. When posture collapses, energy pools and stagnates. A simple correction. Raise your arms overhead. Let them fall naturally. Notice how your spine aligns. This subtle adjustment reopens the vertical channel. Now breath and posture work together, magnetizing the spinal column. Here is where ancient wisdom becomes practical. The spinal column behaves like a conductor. When energy flows through it, a field forms around it. Just as electrical current creates magnetism, conscious breath creates an energetic field. The practice is simple. Stand or sit upright. Breathe into the diaphragm. Visualize energy moving upward along the spine on the inhale. Visualize energy moving downward along the front of the body on the exhale. This creates a continuous circuit. Up the back, down the front, again and again. This circulation aligns with both yogic and Taoist systems. Different languages, same mechanics. As seekers practice this, energy increases, mental clarity sharpens, emotional charge dissolves, intention gains weight. Many notice something remarkable. The time between intention and outcome shortens, not because reality is being forced, but because resistance is dissolving. Why this works? When energy flows coherently, the body becomes resilient, the mind becomes clear, awareness becomes present, blockages dissolve not through effort but through circulation. This is why unresolved emotions feel heavy, why stress feels stuck, why clarity feels light. Energy wants to move, breath teaches it how, making this a living practice. This is not something you do once, it becomes how you live, at work, at rest, in conversation. You return to posture, you return to breath, you remember the circuit. Every inhale connects you upward, every exhale grounds you downward. Gradually, something changes. You are no longer reacting to life, you are participating with it. For the seeker, this practice is not about escaping the world, it is about inhabiting it fully, not about power over others, but coherence within yourself. Ancient systems never promised shortcuts, they offered alignment, and alignment, when sustained, changes everything. If you are a seeker, this is not new information, it is remembered information. Your breath already knows the way. As you continue walking this path, remember, you do not need to force awakening. You do not need to chase energy. You do not need to control reality. You only need to breathe consciously. The rest unfolds. If this transmission resonated with you, stay connected and share this with a friend. This channel exists for seekers who feel the shift and want language for what they are experiencing. Please like and subscribe to show support for the channel. Awaken, ascend, become.